Hello and welcome to Slaastad-Racing and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, again, we're gonna talk about my racing. This is an official race, and now you probably think by yourself, why is there a Ford on the track and why is it yellow-blue? And yes, it is me driving that Ford, and I actually love it though. How There's so many people that dislikes that car, and for me, I think it's so underrated. If you get the car right, you really have a freaking good car to drive. And me and that car, we was literally meant to be. I was just testing that car, and I was completely giving me good lap times. And literally, I would drive it even more. So I was testing the Ford on this track, got fastest lap time with this car on this track, and I was trying the Porsche. I was a second behind what I did with the Ford, and I tried the Lamborghini. I was 2 seconds behind. So then I went for the Ford, and this is the results. Of course, you'll probably see me doing some mistakes. It's not the car that's doing the mistakes for me. It's me and myself that is doing the off-track racing. So let's get into the racing lines and the green starts, and let's see what it has to give us on the racing track. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Alright, here we go. Here's the start. I was missing the start and losing a few positions here. That was not my best of the best starts I ever done. So let's get into this. I lost a few positions on the start. That was my own mistakes. So we are now on the up corner. I don't know all the turn names, so I will not say all the names because, yeah, I was so trying to get past that McLaren, so I was trying to get past him, and I went on the grass and got past him during that time. So we are side by side here. I holding my insides, and I got the other inside, and we got past the McLaren. But I did a mistake here, spinning almost the car, hitting the brakes, straightening the car, getting away from the other cars, going back on the grass, trying to stay as much possible away from the other drivers to not destroy their race, and returning back on the track, trying to fight back my positions that I lost of my own mistake. I was furious of my own mistake, but I was so happy that the car saved me as much as I saved the car. We could continue the race. That was the most happy thing that I ever had. I couldn't do that with any other car except that Ford. That Ford saved me, and I saved it. And by goddamn, that car is fun to drive when you get hang of it. I went wide there. I got a 1x to go too wide on that corner. I'm sticking really close to that Ferrari in front. Now it's Ford versus Ferrari. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Now I'm trying to go to the outside, but I did not manage, and I went a bit too hard into there, and we got past him by another mistake of mine, which is not a happy passing. That was really bad of me. I shouldn't have gone hard into that corner just to try to pass him in that chicane. That's my mistake. He lost a few positions due to that. but I kept on driving really hard with the Lamborghini behind me, and god damn, I tell you, he got the draft in behind me, but the Ford is driving as fast as it can, and possibly as fast as it should do against the other modern GT3 cars, against an old non-real GT3 car Ford, which is pretty much amazing. So we're managing to try to catch up to the other drivers in front, at least trying. And I'm really struggling to get away from that Lamborghini behind me, but I'm really pushing my Ford into the limits as much as I possibly can, just to get away from him, but he is in my draft, and that's gonna be hard to get away from. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't really stop thinking how much fun it was to drive here. Oh, look at inside. Listen to that sound. It is a beautiful sound car, but it's not as beautiful as the Porsche or Lamborghini or any other cars that is modern. But the Ford has a special sound that I really love and like, and it gives me a good feeling that I'm driving a 1966 car, if it is not that MP40 car. This is the newer version of that MP40, but it feels like you're driving that kind of car, and god damn, it gives me chills. Oh. Alright, let's skip some laps around and see how it goes. We gotta watch a little bit longer just to see if that Lamborghini is passing us. I think he will. He's going on the outside, and there he is. And now he will get past us on the inside there on the first chicane. I was just giving it up. No, I keep fighting. We are still side by side on this corner, but I gave it up. I didn't want to sacrifice much more. So now is my turn to hunt down that Lamborghini. Now I'm using that Lamborghini just to push me around the track to get closer to the drivers as fast as possible, because I know that Lamborghini has that speed, but it's up to me to be really clean on my driving, to get close and keep myself close enough for the draft. But as you already can see, that Lamborghini has a better way of driving and get away faster than I can get closer. So that is why I need to abuse the turns as much as I possibly can to get faster around and stay close inside that draft until we reach the stretch. So that is where I can win my times in, is the turns, especially with this Ford. But at this very moment, nothing much is really happening. So we're gonna just skip a few laps and see how close we can get any others. And something is actually happening. We had to brake even more in that chicane, in the start-finish line stretch, and we lost even more time. But now we're gonna skip some laps, alright? Now we're on lap 4. We're trying to pass that BMW, and the Lamborghini is as well doing a mistake in this chicane. He went wide, and the Lamborghini managed to get away with it. I went also wide, got an off track doing that. And here we go, plenty of more cars behind me. That is not on my really happy list to go so close. I tried to get away from the Porsche behind me and the Ferrari and another Ferrari and the Lamborghini further behind. So I tried to stick close to the BMW as much as I possibly can. And god damn, I must say, this Ford is so fun to drive. Oh. It's so interesting to drive this car. It's so rewarding to drive the Ford when you're managing to drive it. I know people won't choose this car because many will think it's not very competitive to drive with, but in my thinking, I think this car is very competitive no matter what, if you get this car right. I know many people would think that this car shouldn't be there at all, that you should just remove this car because it's wrong, it's bad, and so forth. I can understand that. I won't argue with people thinking and wanting that, because we might get a Ford Mustang GT3 about in 2024, in 2 more years, and we have a new Ford Mustang GT3 announced by Ford itself. So this is probably when we will last see this car in 2024 or 2025 on track. And that is probably the only way they will remove this Ford GT3 fake car. You can see I'm trying to hunt my way through that BMW. Again, we are side by side on the chicane. This time I didn't want to give up, and he was turning too early on my inside. On the outside, I mean. And I got past him. I literally got past the BMW. And as for now, nothing more will happen. So we will have to skip a little bit more laps. So let's get on with it. As for now, all the final laps, all the laps has been done. Nothing interesting happened. And this is on the final lap stretch to the first and last chicane, and we will finish 11th on the whole race. And it was really successful. We got 10x during the whole race with some few off tracks and few contacts with some other cars. And that was the whole race for me. We managed to finish and survive with the Ford. And in the next video that I will explain to you guys will also be really interesting. I'm driving a Ford yet again, and that is more interesting. Alright, thank you guys for all your time watching this video. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment below, and on the next video I'll see you there. Until next time, take care guys.